Hello everyone, welcome back to another Monday vlog. This is Ian, the part-time Dungeon Master, and this is what I'm doing instead of Dungeon Mastering. So, yeah, I'm playing some Minecraft. As always, this game in the background is, pretty much irrelevant overall to what I wanted to talk to you today about. So first and foremost, I hope the holidays and the new year treats you well. I apologize on not posting up some content that I was supposed to post up. I did not label the scheduled day correctly. I accidentally put the scheduled day wrong because I'm a dingus, and I'm sorry about that. But not to worry, The Wolf Among Us will be out Friday, and D20 Sundays will also be out Sunday, and, we'll be getting back on track starting this week, and I appreciate you guys greatly for giving the views that you do. Speaking of views, I've also noticed that when it comes down to it, a large number of my views comes from people who are not subscribed to me, especially when I post D20 Sunday stuff, and I post it over to Reddit for people to watch from. So, for those of you on Reddit, if you don't mind, please give me a like and subscribe, and maybe just a comment here or there as well. It's like other subjects you wanted me to cover. Because while I might not produce the content you always want, even if I produce content that you want sometimes, a subscribe will definitely help. And also keep you informed as to when I produce other content that, may get lost on the subreddits of Dungeons and Dragons and so on. But nonetheless, on to today's video. Speaking of The Wolf Among Us, I plan on finishing that out as quickly as possible, as I figured out, and I believe I mentioned it in the next episode that comes out Friday, that about each chapter is a little over an hour to an hour and a half long, and I'm going to be trying, pounding those out. So you're going to be seeing, the next one is, I want to say 30 minutes, but after that, each one is going to be closer to an hour long until we get the series finished, because I want to get The Wolf Among Us done, because I really enjoy it and I can't wait to see how it ends. And then let's see, I planned on having some other games take its place, but I haven't really decided as to what game yet. It's kind of the hard part of being a content creator, is trying to decide what content should we make when we don't know what to make, because, well, everything's not always handed to us easy peasy. Ow, I missed. But yes, so I want to finish out The Wolf Among Us, definitely find out how things turn out for Big B and Snow and the others of this new fairy tale world that's in, I believe, New York somewhere. At least it feels like it. I think it was one section was on the Brooklyn Bridge, so I want to definitely say it's New York. Which, if that's the case, I'm sorry, because I've met New Yorkers. My parents were New Yorkers, and sometimes they can just be really, really difficult to deal with because they're short-tempered, they're yelling, and their accents are terrible to where it's hard to understand them. I'm sure if Edgar watches this, he's probably going to say something because he's a New Yorker, and sometimes I give him crap about that. But nonetheless, welcome to this vlog. What are we covering today? We are covering something very simple today, and that being, well, the changes that I intend to bring to this channel. I know I've mentioned changes in the past, and it's been difficult to do them. I'm still going through a lot of major life changes and trying to make progress in my life, but it's not turning out completely the way I want it to be, so I'm having to make do with what I got. So please bear with me as I try and bring these changes forward and essentially, I guess the best way to put it would be make a better life for myself. You see, I do this as a hobby. This channel all of it, it's a hobby. I do this because I want to and because I can. I mean, so the idea that I'm not doing as well as I can because of my own lack of content, as well as lack of, what's the word? Oh, advertising. I'm not marketing myself well enough when I should be marketing myself way more. Basically say, hey guys, I'm here, and this is the content that I have. This is the content I want to create, and I want you guys to join me while I create this content. That's pretty much how it is. And I know that I'm not the best when it comes to consistency at times because, well, life gets in the way. Speaking of life getting in the way, my son was down for Christmas and New Year's. So that's the reason why I was kind of quiet on this end, was the fact that, you know, I pretty much was spending as much time as possible with him. And I really didn't want to, like, lose a second with him. And I understand, like, you know, a lot of you will be like, you know, that's fully understandable. You know, spending time with the family is much more important than anything else. And, you know, but I feel like I should still explain that as far as, like, hey guys, you know, sorry that I haven't been here and that I haven't been producing content as much as I want. But that's looking in the past. That is looking in 2019, and we are not about looking into 2019. We are about looking into 2020. So what is the future going to hold for this channel in the year 2020? Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not fully sure. I do know what I want to do, but the difference between what I want to do and what will happen are often two very different things. What I want is to essentially create more content that I like, that I would enjoy sharing with you guys, and essentially growing my channel so that way I can produce better content. I want to grow my channel essentially to entertain more people, because again, this is a hobby, so any growth whatsoever is essentially saying, hey, you're doing good at doing your hobby, or hey, you need to work even harder now because you've got more people that are watching you. So that's kind of what I want to do with the channel. I want to produce more content. I still want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. I want to add different video games as well, because I like video games. I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like a lot of things that I don't talk about on this channel when I feel like I should start talking about them. And yeah, like, I like Star Wars. I honestly like Star Wars. As of making this video, I still have not seen the newest Star Wars movie, because I was going to see it with a friend, and I haven't been able to go see it with them because they've been under the weather as of late. So I really want to see it with my friend, because I don't want to go in, sit there, and, like, not have someone to pick apart the movie with immediately afterwards, because that's just the kind of the person I am, and that's the kind of person they are, that we immediately digest and, like, dissect the movie the second we're done watching it. That's how we enjoy it. But also, I want to talk about more of the D&D groups that I have, even though some of the groups don't like me talking about them all the time, because they get embarrassed. They feel like I'm kind of picking on them, or that someone might recognize them when I'm talking about their character. Even though I don't mention their names, I mention their character names, and someone might recognize their character. It's like, hey, I know who plays that character. It's so-and-so. And they're worried about, you know, essentially being dragged into a bit of a spotlight or having attention on them because they play a character and I mentioned their character. Which, don't get me wrong, I fully understand that. I fully understand them not wanting that kind of attention or any attention. They just kind of want to enjoy the game and enjoy the life that they have without anyone, you know, asking questions about them and so on. There's people like that, and, you know, I can only do my best to respect that. that being said, I'm going to try and pester them to where it's like, hey, so you guys don't get upset with me. Is it okay if I talk about what happened in this session? So that way we can kind of come to like a bit of an understanding and a bit of an agreement between each other. Because like I said, sometimes they don't mind, other times they do mind. And yeah. So that's one of the reasons why D20 Sundays slowed down, was the fact that I have these stories about, these people that I play with, but they don't like me talking about them because they get embarrassed. So it's like, well, how else am I supposed to share stories of what happened in Dungeons & Dragons? I'm not particularly good at just making stuff up. I much rather be honest and truthful about them because, well, if I tell a lie, then I gotta remember the lie, and the lie is just more energy, and I'm kind of a lazy person when it comes to that. Because then I gotta remember the lie, I gotta remember who I told it to, and then I have to keep tabs on it constantly, and that's just too much effort. That is too much work. It's better just to tell the truth and go with it, Need some optimal lighting up in here. Alright, see, what else do we need? But yeah, so I wanted to do some more gaming in the future, and definitely more fun, I guess, the best way I can put it. I want to have the opportunity to provide better content to you guys, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that with the current setting of things. Ooh, it's nighttime. I don't like the nighttime. It's a hardcore server, yeah, I put it on the hardcore mode. Dang it. So that way, if I die, it's game over. There's no retries. There's no respawn back at your base. It's just over. But yeah, so I wanted to essentially share that with you, the ideas that I have in the future coming. Definitely try and figure out some games that I want to play and share with you guys. But at the same time, any content that you guys want me to make, certainly let me know. Just tell me down in the comments, and I'll either give it a really good consideration, or if it's something else that I also enjoy, I will most likely hop right on it. But it's just figuring out what you want and figure out what I want is kind of the impasse that I'm at. I want to create content more often. I want to create more content that I enjoy, but at the same time, I want to create content that you guys will also enjoy. Because, well, I like weird things. Okay, they say make content like the content that you like watching, but the problem is, the content I like watching on YouTube ranges from, like, educational to general shitpost. Because that's just who I am. Like, some of the videos that I watch, it's like, wow, that is just 100% shitpost. This guy is just doing nothing but making silly memes about nonsense, and you're sitting there laughing at it because you're an idiot. And yes, I am an idiot, but I'm allowed to like that shitpost stuff. But yeah, let's see, what else did I want to talk about? There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Sorry for pausing it for a moment. There we go. I have a small list up on the side of my screen, and I accidentally closed it out, so I wanted to open it back real quick, of things that I wanted to talk about, because I'm not good at doing it off the top of my head. There's too much noise up in my head for me to do that. But let's see. We talked about the future games. We talked about that. Talked about that. Oh, right. I'm still in the process of trying to find a house, but at the same time, I might be getting kind of a promotion at work. And if I get that, then, well, finding a house might become a lot easier. But at the same time, might become harder depending on other choices that I make. So, I'm kind of in a weird gray area at the moment because it's like I want to move. Part of me wants to move closer to work and stay here in the state of Georgia where I've pretty much got my whole life built up. Another part of me wants to move to Washington State to be closer to my son. So you can kind of see where I'm kind of like struggling with decisions at the moment. I just not sure which direction to go. And I've got a number of things pulling me in different directions. Anyways, thanks for joining me for this Monday vlog. And I'll catch you guys next week on the next Monday vlog. And once again, I hope this new year of 2020 treats you phenomenally. Alright, laters.